in the Parthenon frieze. On the Parthenon frieze, what we find is a sculpted imitation of a Pan-Hellenic procession, and therefore of all such Pan-Hellenic processions, which is to say the Pan-Hellenic Games, or what we now think of as the Olympics. And in that procession, we have two especially important things. We have the young athletes who are clothed, and then we have the young athletes who are nude. And it's that duality, in other words, the clothing and the nudity, in their togetherness that's so important for us here. Because think of it this way. What is an Athenian when he is clothed? His clothing simply represents the fashion, which is to say the conventions of Athens. And what's an Athenian when he's nude? He's simply an Athenian lacking the conventions. And that's to say that he is man simply, separated entirely from any conventions. And so what the procession shows is that what's so characteristic about the Athenians, and remember, the Athenians are Greekness, is that they can be both by nature and convention simultaneously. In other words, the capacity of the Athenians, which again means what Greekness is, such that it can move back and forth between nature and convention simultaneously. And it's precisely this ability or this capacity to see in man as such both his nature and his convention that most characterizes this Greekness that we've been talking about.